What if I told you there's a way for you to introduce yourself so that people not only pay attention, they pay you to pay attention? Good morning, good life. My name is Amy, and over the last 17 years, I've built multiple seven-figure businesses simply by leaning into more of what I'm good at. And if you think you don't have an unfair advantage to anyone else, I used to be just like you. So many of my clients have been as well. And there's still a way to build authority without changing much of what you're already doing. First, package what you actually do, not what your job title is. There's a reason why people lean on their job title. It's because it's that generic label that makes it easy to sum up quickly what you do to someone. But why would you want to sum it up quickly if they could potentially be somebody you want to work with? We might want the conversation to be a little bit more interesting than that. Your title isn't your hook, it's a tool. Let's say you're a coach or a consultant or an agent. That's simply the how of what you deliver. What is it that you deliver that's going to transform somebody's life? Thinking about it that way, that's completely different and far more interesting. It's not that your title won't come in handy. It tends to be a great exclamation point to kind of package it all together. But start by saying, I help someone, who is that someone, to achieve result. What is it that you do to make their life, their business, their situation better? We need to lead with results, not with roles. People want to hear what you do to make things better because they want to know what it's been like for anyone else who has engaged with you in this matter. What have you done to achieve something for someone else? What have you done to be successful in the past that they would want to know? That transformation story that you started with is going to give people a glimpse into that. And it's going to make someone go, that's interesting. How has that worked in the past? In other words, where have you implemented that has helped you do this for someone? Super fun and exciting news. The someone that you may have done this for might just be you. If you're getting in your head right now about, I don't have any results, I don't have any best clients, I don't have anybody to kind of brag on to be able to say, look at my great work, that's okay. If you have a skill set, it means you learned how to do something that former you really could have used at one point in time. And if you did something to transform your own life and you learned that method, that can be useful to someone else. So don't get too in your head about whether or not your client list is long. We can get there. But it is likely that if you're good at what you do, even if it's been happening kind of behind the scenes, people are starting to know you for it. Even if it's just a select few who can actually talk to you one-on-one. Our goal is to get the rest of the world on board, right? The right people to stumble upon you to learn this about you. So we have to look at results, no matter who those results were with or what they were on, as long as they're somewhere in the wheelhouse, to be able to better describe and visualize why you're awesome at what you do. And as we reflect on that, we're going to borrow the language of our best client. We like to recreate the wheel way too much, but it turns out that the people that you've worked with, even if maybe you haven't been paid for it yet or not paid as much as you'd like to be, they have used a certain lexicon with you. And that means they've used certain words and phrases to explain their situation and their circumstances and their roadblocks and all their problems that have held them back from getting what they want, that you are going to help them with. When we use those words, think about it. If Jesse is asking that question, then I bet a lot of people like Jesse are Googling it or AI-ing it, whatever the modern day Google is. If you can talk like your client, your ideal client, your past client, like you used to talk, then you can talk in the words of someone who knows how to reach the ideal person who needs the transformation you can handle. This comes in really handy with addressing a blocker. So when somebody says this is a roadblock, that's a blocker, and they're saying, haven't figured out how to get past that one, and therefore it is my best excuse to not make a change, to not hire somebody to help me, to not figure it out, whatever. So when you address that blocker head on, you remove it from the road and you make it more possible that they see past it. By the way, if this sounds up your alley already, you might want to check out the link in the description for my next virtual workshop to see if you should be there. I will leave that down below, or you can come follow me on Instagram and send me the word workshop in a DM and we'll get the details right over to you. Now that we have an idea of how we're going to package what what we do? You need to create a signature one-liner that positions you as the only option. The biggest hang up I hear. I just spoke with somebody this weekend that was like, everyone does what I do. How am I supposed to compete? First of all, not a good attitude. Secondly, you've probably noticed there's a lot of places you can go for a cheeseburger. I will challenge you right now to think of 3 places that you could get into your car and go through a drive-through and pick up a cheeseburger. Do you think that they have conversations about how are we going to stand out? Here's how they do that. Your signature one-liner has to do with what you do to solve a problem that is special. And that means creating your method. You may have gotten some ideas for what that method could be from different tactics and different strategies, and you've stitched them together in your own puzzle to figure it out, to implement, and to get results. And by having an idea of what you would do first, and then what you would do next, and what comes after that, you're developing a method. You're testing that as you go. So that method is essentially how we're going to encapsulate for someone your one-liner, your process, your extraordinary offer that's different than the guy down the street who also has a drive-through they can check out. What is your signature system that's going to make somebody go, interesting? Well, I've definitely never tried that. Of course they haven't tried that. It could be very similar to everywhere else. It could have a lot of the same ingredients, but the way you formulated it has a special little name, and it's all yours. And that transformation with your method is your differentiator. So there's a 3-part formula to this. You need to know your who, you need to know your result, and you need to know your differentiator. Luckily, we've already kind of gone through the who and the result in that earlier point. So once you say, I help X to get Y, now we simply add on using the Z, your differentiator. Let's give an example. I help service-based founders double their rates using the super content strategy. Listen, if it's your thing and it works, it's that simple. You just need to know what you intend to do to help somebody get to where they want to be. When you have a name for your method, you now make it sound like you are in a category of one. And that's ultimately what your goal is here. If for no other reason, then it gives you the confidence boost that you're really good at what you do to the point where you figured out how to package it and you even slapped a label onto it. That puts you on very strong footing when you get into a sales process or a weird, I'm introducing myself to someone and I hope they understand what I do conversation. But even better is that on the other side of that conversation, somebody hears what you say and they're like, okay, you've given me something to think about. You sound like you actually gave this thought and attention. The last piece to this is just to say it out loud and then post it everywhere. I recommend you do it in that order. It's really funny when you are typing something and maybe you're even using AI to field ideas and you go, that is so good, because you've been through like 100 ideas and you're like, okay, let's take this one and put it in the profile. But then you go to look at that profile the next day and you're like, that makes no sense. Where did I get that from? It's okay, it's trial and error. But if you practice saying something out loud, you are practicing not just, hey, look, my social profile makes it easy for people to know what I do, but hey, look, my social profile is a mirror of what it would be like to talk to me in person. And now I'm not nervous if I'm in an elevator with someone, you know, the cliche elevator pitch, or if I meet someone at a networking event, or just an acquaintance asks me, what do you do? I will have practiced my method and transformation so that as soon as somebody has a conversation with me, they're like, how could I pay her? Somebody I know could pay her. That's what we're going for. It's not that they're excited about paying you for no reason. It's they're excited that they know someone who knows how to create a transformation. So they're going to start going through the Rolodex of people in their head, especially themselves, thinking, do I need that? Do I know someone who needs that? That hits different than I'm a lawyer or I'm a real estate agent. All you've done is throw yourself into a big haystack thinking you're a needle that's going to stand out. I don't know that that analogy made sense, but it sounds good. I will say things to my husband to see what he thinks of them. He's pretty honest with me, so that's a good place to start. I'll say things out loud on camera and then listen to myself back. I will practice my transformation explanation on a Zoom call to someone and just see if any cylinders start to fire in the direction that I like. You may not land on it right away, but you will get closer every single time you practice. And finally, we need to anchor your introduction in proof. You can't just say who you are. You need to make sure they believe it matters. One way you can do this is to back it up with one credibility story. You should have an easy one. Just always top of mind. Oh, I'll never forget Sandra. She was excited about making $45 for every Instagram audit somebody requested. And then she scaled up to 7,000 plus months. When I say that to someone, they're like, sorry, again, you said you're a coach? Tell me, where are the details about that? It hits different because that's a real person. And that's a real conversation that happened where I said, how has our work impacted you? There may not be that perfect client that's paid you and had a great story like that. But if you have helped someone with something, even if you're starting to take free work, I always tell everyone, you may be doing something for $0, but you don't have to take zero value. You are doing something that is valuable to someone, so you deserve to get something back for it. Even if it's just a video testimonial or introductions to 5 other people who might end up paying you, or the opportunity to speak on their stage. How can you get something in return for the work you put in so that every opportunity is one you can use as a credibility story? And then start to add all of these stories in a special place. There are 2 ways you can do this. The first is very entry level, and I call it the thank you note method. No, it is not sending thank you notes, although that is really good etiquette. Please do that if somebody gets you something. I have a thank you note in my phone, and whenever I have a conversation with somebody and they say, thank you for that. I really needed that. That is an important moment where you go, think I could have got paid for that. If that's true, I want to write it down. I want to know what I said that shifted that person's thinking. I want to know what happened that made them decide, I think I'm going to try something new, because now I know a little bit more about what I should be leaning into and what people could think of me for. Especially when you're at the very beginning stages and you don't know whether or not you're helping people or not, little moments like that can completely change your mindset. And the other way to do this is the pro method. I do nothing without getting testimonials. If I have a speaking engagement, I ask people in the audience to give a video testimonial. If I am doing coaching, I do an engagement contest and I ask people to send testimonials to win more time with me. If I can capture somebody being at peak state, excited about what I did with them, that's something I want to save for the future. If for no other reason, when I'm having a sad day, I can go watch my video testimonials. Pro tip, always get video, because you can turn that into audio and text and you can use it everywhere. The success stories that you stack up give you more confidence and help you figure out how you can continue to evolve your offer into something even bigger and better. Remember, I started as somebody who Facebooked and Twittered for small businesses. As I leaned into success stories, it went on to become the empire it is now. The most important thing that you will do is to always end on an invitation. And when you anchor your introduction in proof, you always make sure to end on an invitation, not an exit. So if you say, well, that's a little bit about me. Thanks for asking. That's an exit, okay? Stop being lazy and then get mad that you don't have enough leads or sales. Always end with an invitation. And it can be really simple. Like, do you know anyone like that could use that help? I'd love an introduction if you know someone. That's a good one. Okay? Because then you're looking at them like, doesn't have to be you, but I bet you could think of somebody. Think of the way that you make it an invitation and grow your impact as soon as possible. That's how to introduce yourself so that people think about wanting to pay you. If you want to learn how to reinvent yourself, even when it seems like everyone's doubting you, click here and I'll see you there.